Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, home of the Kansas City Chiefs since 1972. 50 years this year.
We're going to be here all weekend in Kansas City, eating our way through the place, enjoying the game, enjoying some tailgating, just having a blast like we've done 3 times out of the last 4 years. Come on and join us.
We're flying southwest to Kansas City, and there's our fearless crew who's making the trek. We are airborne on our way to Kansas City, Missouri. Like I mentioned before, this is the 3rd time that this same group of 4 have made this trip. The first year was 2019. We took a year off in 2020 because of the pandemic. Then we came again last year in 2021 and now in 2022. We're going a little earlier this year than normally, a couple of weeks before we normally go, so we're expecting a little bit better weather. Now we are making our descent into Kansas City now. It's nice that we were able to break out the jackets for our arrival in Kansas City because we left Florida when it was still upper 80s, low 90s. And right now it's in the 50s when we landed. Packing up the rental car, getting ready to hit the road to the hotel. Got a pretty late arrival this time. Not getting in until around 11:30 at night. And we have arrived at our normal place that we stay. Every time we've come here, we've stayed at Town Place Suites by Marriott here in Briarcliff. It's a great location. It's quick to everywhere we need to be. It's not inside the hustle and bustle of downtown. It's out in the suburbs, so it's perfect location. It worked really well for us.
Hello. How are you? Good.
And at the end of what seems like the longest day in history, we have finally arrived at our room. It's after midnight, almost 1 a.m., and that leaves only one thing left to do. Saturday morning, October 8th, 2022. A crisp 39-degree morning. You can see here we have a really nice view of downtown Kansas City from our hotel room. We're located a little northwest of downtown Kansas City, and we are heading in for the day. We have reservations to eat lunch at the brewery, and then after that we'll be headed over to Rally House. We have arrived at City Barrel Brewery. We have it on good authority that this is a really good lunch place. We've never tried this place, so this is going to be new for us. We ordered basically a meat and cheese platter, some loaded fries, literally called loaded AF fries. We've got dry rub wings, we have jalapeno wings, we have tofu. It was a really nice spread and tasted really good. Now we're headed further downtown. We're going to head into the Rally House, which is a store featuring gear from all the local sports teams. This is always a must visit every trip that we come here. Basically, if it exists with a Kansas City Chiefs, a Kansas City Royals, a Sporting KC logo, it's going to be here in this store. Even Grogu makes an appearance. Time for our dinner reservations at Rudy. This is absolutely a Kansas City staple for our trip. It's an amazing Mexican food restaurant. We love this place. Come here every single time. Creature of habit that I am, I always order the same thing, taco salad. They have a ton of great things on their menu, but I always tend to go to that main dish. This place is so good. Well, we've reached the end of a great day, had a lot of fun today. We have a whole lot more on the agenda for tomorrow as well. Red X is a favorite stop of mine in Kansas City. The reason why is basically just a supermarket, hardware store, flea market, you name it, all wrapped into one. But it's like going back in time because the ambiance, the look of everything, look at the faded X there, everything about it screams 1970s supermarket. So when I go back into one of these stores, I feel like it's 1977 again, and I'm 10 years old and I'm shopping around. So I just love the vibe here. It just, everything about the store, the low ceilings, the fluorescent lighting, the old smudged up tiles, and just the layout, everything about it, just so reminiscent of an old 1970s grocery store. So it turns out this is probably going to be the last trip to Red X, because we found out that they're basically building a whole new store that should be open within the year, so probably before we come back this time next year. And it'll just be a modern, all the bells and whistles clean and all that. It'll have lost all of its old charm, so bit of a bummer, but I made sure to take my time in here, get a lot of footage of it so I can remember it. This is a photo of the store that I'm standing in right now. As you can see, there is dated 1993, this massive flood they had in the Kansas City area. The water was all the way up to the ceiling level. I can't even imagine how bad that must have been to recover from. If you look through the awning there, underneath the overhang to the right, you'll see the new Red X where it's being built. So next time we come next year, that is most likely the Red X we'll be going to. Now for our lunch reservations on Sunday. This is probably the main staple of all of them. Q39 barbecue. It is amazing. I love it. Everything I tried on this menu.
He's taking pictures of their food.
I'm from Memphis, so I'm a barbecue snob. And I naturally turn my nose up at anything that's barbecue that's not from Memphis. So it takes a lot for me to give my stamp of approval for this, but I give it wholeheartedly. It is so good. Now don't let the empty tables and chairs fool you. This place is always packed out. We just happen to have reservations at exactly 11 a.m. right when they open the doors on Sunday. So it's normally packed to the gills with good reason. Another one of the main staples of our trips to Kansas City's to the game is the tailgating, and the crew in Kansas City knows how to do it right. We always have an amazing spread, grilled brats, burgers, dogs, you name it. Mike the Grill Master at work. This year's main course are chicken and pork kebabs. With the sun starting to set and the game time approaching, we pack everything up, start heading into Arrowhead Stadium. things about attending any sporting event is walking out of the concourse into the arena where you see the field of play and the seating. It's just an amazing vibe everywhere you go.
Final score, 230, Raiders 29.
Yeah, they know where the car is.
Well, our day of departure has arrived, and we're having breakfast at Corner Café, another staple of our trips. On our way to the airport, we decided to make a little pit stop at this park. We've been here a couple of times in the past as well. It's just a nice little serene, relaxing place with the waterfalls and the fountain. And the weather was perfect, so we really couldn't turn down the chance to walk around here a little bit. Well, another wonderful trip to Kansas City is in the books. Now we're back at the airport awaiting our flight to Orlando, but we had a great time thanks to everybody who always makes our trip so special. There's our plane. It just arrived about 30 minutes late, but we will be boarding soon and heading back to Orlando. someone is not amused at my constant filming.
Well, we're back and we survived. The trip is over. Wah. But Orlando's hot. You can already feel it.